When David first asked me to get involved with his campaign, I didn't hesitate. I've always known David to be an honest and decent man, and I think there's a place for that in politics, and I definitely think there's a place for that in the city of Philadelphia, given all the corruption and problems that we've had with politicians in the past. In this era of reform, I think the city of Philadelphia wants an honest, decent man like David O. as a city councilman at large. Two stories will always stick out in my mind about David O., which I think represents the type of person that he is and the type of person the city of Philadelphia can rely on to work every day for them. One involved the veterans of this city. As you know, David is a Gulf War veteran, member of the 82nd Airborne, and as many of you also know, over the last couple of years, federal funding for veterans has been cut significantly in the city of Philadelphia, and that's affected some of our most vulnerable veterans, especially those who are homeless. David, on his own, contacted as many contacts in the federal government, the Department of Labor, and arranged for the chief financial officer of the Department of Labor to come to Philadelphia and meet with the heads of local veterans organizations. This would allow them to plead their case right to the man who controlled the money in Washington. David, on his own, also arranged for a follow-on meeting in Washington between these local veteran organization heads and federal officials in our nation's capital. Another story is a little more personal for me. A woman who was a client of mine was in desperate need of help. She and her son were just about on their way to a shelter because of some unbearable family problems at home. And at this time, I really didn't know David that well, but I included him in an email that I sent out asking for help from people that might be able to help this woman and her son. Within the hour, David was one of the first people to get back to me, offering to put this woman up, to allow her to use a residence until she got on her feet. And he also offered legal assistance to her and her child. And that's something I'll never forget. And I think that's the story that the people of Philadelphia need to know about. David has served this city well in as many capacities, and he will continue to serve this city and its people well. And the city of Philadelphia will find out that they can count on David O. every day to come and work for them. And that's why I'm involved with David O.'s campaign, and I'm very, very proud to call myself a friend of David O.